Jonathan Tessier, and we're back here for another episode of Wellness Wisdom with our nutritionist, Rebecca. How you doing, Rebecca?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and we're getting ready for the holiday season, and we know with the holiday season there's going to be a lot of temptation with all the treats and all the food and all that kind of stuff, so we're going to give you some tips about how you can still feel good during the holiday season with all that, all those sweet treats coming your way. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Let's get into it.
What's your favorite sweet treat for the holiday?
Oh, geez, probably just chocolate. I just love chocolate in general. Yeah.
Also a big fan. My mom makes these. They're called Swedish tea strips, and like a cookie with like jam on top. That's probably the thing I look forward to all year, and I definitely enjoy some of those.
Yeah, that sounds really good, actually.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, so how can we feel good during this holiday season with all these sweet treats around?
Yeah, I think that's something. Sometimes people feel a little bit of anxiety when the holidays are coming. Maybe you've hit like certain goals and you want to maintain those goals, or maybe you just don't feel great when you start to kind of incorporate a little more sugar and more richer foods. So I think it's really important to, first of all, most important I would say is just enjoy yourself, I guess. Know that you're going to reach for a few more of those things, and I think there's such a social and community aspect to food that indulge yourself in that to a point. Of course, you still want to feel really well, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like restriction in that sense, but mindful indulgence for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure. So, like, what's a way we can start our morning off right?
Yeah, I think that's something, and most of these tips are going to go for any day of the year, but it might just be something you really want to be intentional about when you're going to dinner parties and functions and that kind of thing. So one big tip I generally give is starting your morning, if you don't already, with water before your coffee. That's a really good one. You can make sure that you're well hydrated. That's going to support your digestive system. It's going to support your like mental load as well. Sometimes I know I'm like, okay, what's going on? I've had my coffee, I've eaten, I need some water, and then getting like a good, couple cups of water into me, my brain's right back on again. So starting your morning just by hydrating is going to be always really important, but maybe something to double down on during the season, and then maybe adding some things in there. So maybe making a little ritual out of that. So maybe it's a hot lemon water or some sort of other hot herbal tea that you really enjoy. Ginger, peppermint are great for digestion as well, and maybe making a little ritual out of that in the morning to set yourself off on the right foot for the day. So I think especially if you're more of an introverted person, not used to being around so many people, taking that maybe even 5 minutes, but maybe it's a little longer in the morning, to just check in with yourself. Maybe you're doing a meditation, but maybe it's just sitting out the window, looking out the window with your warm drink, your hydration. So that's a really great way to start the morning.
Yeah, I know for sure when I wake up sometimes I'll immediately look at my phone, and now I'm trying not to do that as much. Yeah.
That's another really good thing to note, right? Like, because I think that often what happens once you've looked at your phone, it's kind of decided how your day is going to go, maybe even how your mood's going to be. So maybe like, if you do use your phone as an alarm, shutting that alarm and putting it away for, say, even just a half an hour in the morning while you hydrate and make your coffee, if that's something that you do, and take that mindful moment. And then you get to choose how you start your day, not the internet.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good idea. I should probably follow that more. So we know that during the holiday seasons we are eating a lot. So how does that work with digestion?
Yeah. So what you can kind of think about is mindful eating as much as you can. So really chewing your food. Most of us are maybe going to indulge a little bit more, which I think is important, but really just chewing your food. So we forget, we often say digestion begins in the mouth, but really I always say it begins in the eyes. So looking at your plate, taking a quick moment of gratitude for what's in front of you, but also that's going to get all your digestive juices flowing, just looking at what's in front of you. And then once you're eating, just really chewing your food, and then that gives all your other digestive organs further down a little extra support. It's easier for them to break down and digest your food for you. So something simple like that, and breathing while you're eating, breathing before you're eating. But also you can add in things like digestive enzymes. Maybe that's something you want to keep kind of in your pocket or your purse when you're going to these different things, just to help support yourself a little bit more, so that you don't just need to want to crawl home and get into your bed because you're so full.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I've definitely felt that sometimes before, so that's good to know.
Me too.
So what else? What else can you tell us?
Yeah, so I think always thinking about protein, fat, and fiber. So I think about like setting yourself up for success in the morning, because you also want to show up at your holiday functions like feeling great. You're excited hopefully to see your friends and your family. You want to be at your best, so you're starting your morning maybe with your water, and then you have your normal routine, and then with each meal and snack you're having prior is still having your protein, fat, and fiber with each one. So you're feeling satiated, your blood sugar is balanced. What that's also going to do is make it easier for you to make great choices when you're maybe you're at a buffet or you're choosing what you want to have. When you're approaching that with balanced blood sugar, it's a little bit easier. So I know some people will restrict, knowing I'm going to have this really big meal, I'm just not going to eat until I get to this big meal. I don't know that I would advise that. Actually, I know that I wouldn't advise that. First, it's going to make for like a rough and stressful morning, and then often you're overindulging and feeling even worse. So don't restrict yourself leading up. Really still nourish yourself. Make sure your meals are containing protein, fat, and fiber. You're hydrating, all of that great normal stuff, normal habits to implement any time of the year. But yeah, just resisting that just because you're going to eat a little extra. It's okay a few days a year, if not more than that, to have some extra calories, and again, not like punishing yourself either. If you do overindulge a little bit the night before, not necessarily punishing yourself the next day. Maybe some people's mindset is, I need to run harder, I need to do, when I hit the gym longer because I need to burn this off, and just challenging that mindset a little bit. Why is that? And that's maybe something just to consider, because it is, we have these different times of years. Community is so important, and food, it can just be part of that. And I think just giving yourself permission to enjoy while supporting yourself as well. Absolutely,
I agree. Community is such a huge part of the holidays, and especially in our local food store, it's definitely a huge part of what we are, for sure. So, the holidays are a very stressful time. How can we deal with stress during the holidays?
Yeah, I think, keeping your normal routine as much as you can through the holidays is going to help kind of support you as well. I know for me, once my routine changes, everything can kind of go out the window, but something I'm really mindful of is, while I can, keeping that. So like that water before coffee, like those mindful moments before you head out of the house, keeping those habits as much as you can, and not just saying, it's the holidays, I'm just doing whatever. So exercising is going to be a really great one. Again, when you exercise, whatever kind of movement that you're doing, you're going to show up as your awesome best self to all these holiday parties. So that's going to be really important. Your anxiety is going to be a little bit lower. You're going to feel really great. So that would be a really important one as well. And just making sure you're taking time for yourself as much as you can, whether it's in the morning or carving out little moments throughout the day. And then a gratitude practice. Outside of the holiday season, just with the days shortening a little bit lately, I think the gratitude practice is something really great to add in at some point through your day. The more you look for the good things, the more you're going to find the good things, right? So that's just kind of the basics of a gratitude practice. So just training your mind to look for those things instead of maybe leaning towards those things that we're kind of frustrated about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's best to stay positive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to let us know about the holidays and all that stuff?
No, I just hope everyone has a really great Christmas. Make sure you're moving your body, you're hydrating, getting outside as much as you can, and really enjoy all that, delicious food and lovely company. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I will add that I know it's winter time, it's hard to exercise outside, so we do have a great blog post on our website about how you can work out indoors and have fun with that kind of stuff. So definitely check that out as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know some topics for another video. And with that, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.